I really want to make this video, but my ADD is really getting the best of me today and I can't seem to sit still. Anyway, okay, oh, you want me to check my credit score? When you own a restaurant and you put up like all your personal money, you couldn't possibly go into credit card debt. So that's something that happened to me. If you want to hear about that one day, just let me know. But anyway, just checked my credit score. It's actually not that bad considering it was like 540, I think, like a year ago. But anyway, it's gotten much higher, and I should probably get into the video that I want to make for you guys. Okay, no more credit scores. All right, so today I wanted to talk to you guys about Masterclass. I'm just gonna change my seat, honestly. Hold on. Okay, all right. Here we go. Okay, so here we go. All right, so today what I wanted to talk to you guys about was this application that I found called Masterclass that I found like in the middle of quarantine. Oh, that's like my little Salvador Dali that I never finished. I love Salvador Dali, but I'm not that good of a painter. Anyway, okay, so while I was in quarantine, I like everybody else, I had like 10,000 hobbies, and I was like trying to learn how to sew, and I also wanted to become a little more like eco-friendly, and I thought that one of the best ways would be to like start to learn how to grow stuff. But I kill everything, like just dead, flat. Like I always kill every little living thing that I purchase, except for children. I keep those alive. And so I was, I guess, mentioning this, and my phone must have heard me, because all of a sudden I opened up Masterclass, and although before that it had always been on my Facebook feed or my Instagram feed, it was always like Chris Voss in Masterclass. It was never this is like a little dirty. It was always Chris Voss. That was the Masterclass, and it was like some ex FBI agent teaching you how to like the art of negotiation. And although that was interesting, I never decided to buy a masterclass. But yeah, I wanted to learn how to garden because I wanted to become a little more like environmentally friendly and less wasteful and all this stuff. The phone heard me, and there was a masterclass by a guy named Ron Finley. Now, let me explain what masterclass is. Masterclass is like the Netflix of learning. Like all of their videos are in high resolution. They look absolutely beautiful, which I'm going to do a screen share so you guys can see what it looks like and get a better idea of what it looks like on the inside without actually buying yourself a membership. So masterclass is like a high resolution, beautiful cinematography videos of some of the most prominent names in a lot of different industries. Like, you know, they have famous people that play tennis. They have scientists. They have like famous scientists, which, I mean, scientists aren't always famous unless they're like Albert Einstein. But so Ron Finley, that was one of the guys who had a class in there, and he's pretty popular in California for like his guerrilla gardening that he does over there, and like all these things that he does with gardening, which I didn't know when I just clicked on it. I just wanted to learn how to garden. So beautiful class. I open it up, and at the time, the membership was $180 for 1 year subscription with an all access pass to every single class that they have on there. And I did find that to be a little bit expensive, not necessarily for me, but I just think that that's expensive for people. I'm really getting off topic here. Okay, sorry. Anyway, so it was $180 for an entire year for all the classes. And so that's what I paid for it. And the only reason why I decided to pay for it was, one, because I wanted to learn how to garden, and two, because I was supposed to get a free pass for anybody else I wanted to give it to, which I never got. For the matter, the person I gifted it to never got it because the link wouldn't work. But whatever, Masterclass, if you're listening, that's one whack thing about you. But I mean, everything else is pretty great. So I ended up watching this Masterclass, and after watching, I think, only one lesson, I was like ready to leave my house and start growing a garden in a parkway, like on the expressway, because that's what I thought Ron Finley meant, but that's not what he meant. So, you know, thankfully I kept watching and kept myself out of jail, because it's like illegal to do that. There are legal ways to do it, but that's for another video. There are a lot of free things in New York City. I know as a New Yorker, everybody believes you can't get shit for free in New York, but there is something you can get for free, but we're going to talk about that in another video. I just want to run through Masterclass really quickly and show you what it's about, who's on there, who this might be really good for. I know Masterclass isn't good for everybody, because some people are a little bit more academic, and some people are, you know, they just enjoy learning differently or different things. But the beautiful thing about Masterclass is that it's rarely geared towards people who are creative, or people who like they want to be entrepreneurs, people who want to be artists, cooks, photographers. You want to play sports and you want to get to like that professional level. Maybe you want to be a singer and you want to get like, you want to get a record deal. Like, this is more geared towards a person that is on that track. And even if you're not on that track, there are a lot of gems within Masterclass that would surprise you, that you never thought, you know, you would gain anything from. Like, for instance, I am not a big clothing enthusiast. Like, I mean, you could buy me a nice bag and I will be happy. Like, Coach, I love Coach. You could buy me a nice bag and I'll be really happy, but I don't necessarily think about my clothes all the time. You're always going to see me wearing like a black shirt and blue jeans because I really don't care about fashion. But with that said, I watched Anna Wintour, the lady who is, the editor-in-chief of Vogue, and just watching her was amazing. Just think about her thought process and how she handles, you know, the people who admire her and how she helps them get to where they're going to be. And also, you end up watching her and think about The Devil Wears Prada, and you realize like that movie did not do this woman justice. And they actually mentioned that in the masterclass. So I'm going to show you what it looks like really quickly. If you're interested in it and you were kind of like iffy and didn't want to spend the $180, that's actually the only membership that they have. They used to be able to purchase an individual class and own it forever, or you could spend $180 and have an all access pass. But now the only membership that they have is the one for $180. I don't know how good that is for them, but that's what they have. But I also want to show you something else that they have that a lot of other platforms, they also have it, but it just makes it a little more intriguing. And I don't even think Masterclass understands the gem that they have at their disposal. Sorry, that's my son telling me he's gonna leave to pick up my other son. So let me just screen share with you guys what Masterclass looks like on the inside. And I urge you guys to get this application if you have been wanting to learn about something. And hopefully if I show you guys what's in there, maybe it'll spark your curiosity. So give me 1 second. I'm going to switch my screen. They recently changed their logo, so if you don't recognize it anymore and perhaps you downloaded it in the past, this is what that logo actually means. This is the new Masterclass logo. So let's just go into the website. This is your Discovery tab where you have basically all of the classes. And when I look at this, I don't see how this is any different than Library because all of the classes are in here. Maybe this is a little bit different because it tells you who your instructors are specifically. But if I go in here, the only instructor I remember selecting was Ron Finley, Sarah Blakely, Anna Wintour, Deanne von Fostenberg, and then like that was it. I don't think I picked these other ones, even though I did see them. So maybe that's why they're in there. Oh, Jane Goodall. Definitely saw Jane Goodall. That was awesome. So let me go back. I wanted to show you what these instructors are like. So I'll just go to Ron Finley real quick, and I'm going to take you on a tour of his personality and not so much his class so that you can get an idea of what it's going to be like taking this class. Just the introduction alone, it's only about 5 minutes long. Let's see. Let's go here. Strong language and profanity. That is an understatement. This is Masterclass. Don't be fooled by those copycats. This is Ron Finley just being himself, and I just want to show you how these instructors don't really act like professors, and here we go.
In my class, I'm going to show you how to turn common household items into beautiful containers for your plants. I'm going to teach you how to grow an herb garden that will save you a ton of time and money. For all you out there that can't seem to keep anything alive,
that's me.
I'm going to show you how not to kill your plants. But most importantly, what I'm going to teach you is how to grow your own damn food.
I mean, I found that amusing. This is his PG version. When he said the word damn, he actually says a whole bunch of other words that just make you feel very comfortable and at ease when you're watching a master class. These instructors are not like your everyday Board of Education teachers or professors. They are just themselves, and they give you this enriching experience because they give you the back end to, you know, what they're teaching you. They make you feel like comfortable. So these are some of the things I love. I'm just going to show you one more instructor, who is Sarah Blakely, the inventor of Spanx, one of the most amazing women in the world, because she is just doing such a beautiful service for women. And she's not teaching you really about Spanx. She's teaching you about how to be an entrepreneur, how to be an inventor entrepreneur. So here is her first lesson. Wait, hold on. This is Sarah Blakely telling you how to survive the ups and downs. And here we go.
How do I cope with the ups and downs? Tequila.
Sarah, if you're listening, you're my kind of girl. I owned a restaurant and I drank tequila all the time whenever I wasn't having a good day. That and rum, but that's because I'm Puerto Rican. Anyway, I don't want to get in trouble with Masterclass for showing their classes without any permission. Anyway, I don't want to drive you too crazy, but you will see a lot of their personality jump out off the page or jump off the screen, and they are very real people, down to earth, and you're not going to get that whole professor feel from them. They are raw themselves and they are very organized, and you are going to get a lot out of this. So here is Sarah Blakely. I want to show you another really cool thing about Masterclass. You get workbooks, so you can download this workbook, and after you download it, it will give you kind of like a synopsis of things that you need to do, things to remember, things that she didn't necessarily talk about in the class. And many of the classes have this. Some of them are workbooks, some of them are just like additional information to know. And that's another really interesting thing about Masterclass. You're not just going to be watching a recording, you're actually going to get something tangible that you can continue to visit time after time. Also, you can stop and play, fast forward. You could just listen to these lessons. If you're saying, oh, I don't have time to sit down and take a class, you don't have to sit down and watch it. You can just listen to them speaking. It's kind of like just a recording, you know. You don't have to watch them do what they're doing. You can just listen. You can listen to them at work. You can also change the speed of the class. Let me see if I can show you how you do that. You could change the speed at which they speak. So if this lesson right now is 14 minutes long and you speed it up, you're only going to really spend about 11 minutes listening to this. If you can tolerate it a little bit faster, you can tolerate it a little bit faster. But I hope that this like kind of probes your curiosity. Sarah Blakely goes into creating the idea, turning the idea into a physical product. She takes you into going to visit factories, traveling to other states, how she ended up, landing a huge contract with a big name brand mall. And it's an amazing development where she takes you from seed to money. And I wanted to show you the last thing about Masterclass that they are not actually capitalizing on, which is sad. I hope they're listening. They need to be capitalizing on this, and this is their Facebook group. So in their Facebook group, you do not have to be, it's not like a private group that you have to ask to be a member. You can just pop into Masterclass, and one of the things that you get are live interactions with the instructors. Now, you can get this with Udemy and a couple of other types of, classes, but the beauty of this is like you get one more opportunity to speak to someone like Justin Timberlake, or you get to ask Ron Finley or Sarah Blakely questions about their industry and what they've done to get to where they are. And it's just one more opportunity for $180 to speak to the people that you have been watching instruct you. Like, you could speak to Natalie Portman and ask her a question. They usually have a mediator that comes from Masterclass, and he delivers the questions that are being asked through chat. And you don't see this anywhere on Masterclass's website. Like, you look at the entire website, you go to Discovery, nothing about Facebook. You go to their menu, nothing about Facebook. And that's just one more gem about Masterclass. So I'm just going to switch this off. I hope that I've given you a little window into what Masterclass is like. All right, so that was Masterclass. I just wanted to show you what it looked like, who it's geared to, how much it costs, what are the benefits, the pros, the cons. There aren't really that many cons, except for the fact that if you're not really looking to be an inventor, designer, photographer, musician, then of course Masterclass isn't for you. But again, there are gems in there. You probably don't want to be a gardener, but if you start an herb garden, you can save yourself so much money. I don't know if you like cooking with basil and oregano and thyme and parsley, but I actually do. And I started growing a little garden because of Ron Finley's class that hasn't actually died entirely. A couple of things did die, but I gained so much value out of just watching that one class. And it also kept me out of jail, because had I not watched Ron Finley's entire course, I would have probably been trying to plant a garden on the expressway, and I might have gotten arrested or fined, because that did happen to Ron Finley. And I discovered that there's free land in New York City that I am going to be telling you about and actually bringing to you to this weekend on Saturday. I got something for free, and it's pretty major, and it's a pretty big deal, and it has existed for over 50 years. This program that New York City has that gives you free land to do things like grow organic food. And I just wanted to show you how sometimes you trip on a pebble and land on a gold mine, And that was my introduction of Masterclass. I hope you guys enroll in it. If you like other classes or like other platforms that you learn from, please share them with me because I absolutely love learning. As you can see, I've already seen 92 classes on Masterclass since March. I'm also taking a lot of other classes this weekend. I will also be going to a sewing summit in the city for the next 6 weeks, and it starts this Saturday. And all of these things actually came as a result of watching Masterclass. And I'm really enjoying it. And that's my video for this week, or maybe I'll have another video actually, because I really want to bring you guys to my free land that I got after watching Masterclass and learning about all the beautiful programs that New York City has to offer. So I love you guys. Ciao, and stay tuned till next week.